The reflection you saw this morning did not come from glass. It came from a layer of silver so thin, a single fingerprint could destroy it. Every mirror begins as molten glass poured over liquid tin. Then it passes through a chemical sequence where one speck of dust means the difference between a flawless surface and a reject. Here is how that silvering process actually works, one layer at a time. Before the mid-20th century, achieving a distortion-free reflection was a painstaking mechanical challenge. Ancient civilizations relied on obsidian or highly polished bronze and copper, which offered dim, warped images. The breakthrough came with the Pilkington float glass process, introduced in 1959. A modern mirror starts as a plain, transparent sheet of float glass rather than a pre-made reflective material. Inside the glass plant, raw materials are melted and poured onto a bath of liquid tin at roughly 1050 degrees Celsius. Because the glass is less dense than the liquid metal beneath it, it floats, spreading out to form a continuous ribbon of uniform thickness. As this glass ribbon travels across the bath and cools to 600 degrees Celsius, surface tension and gravity flatten both sides to near perfection. To relieve internal stresses that could cause future cracking, the ribbon passes through an annealing layer, a long, controlled cooling tunnel. This unpolished, molecularly smooth substrate is the quiet foundation of the entire silvering process. Any microscopic warp or ripple in this raw base would propagate through the subsequent metallic coatings, leaving the final reflection distorted. This is where the manufacturing line becomes completely unforgiving. To prepare the glass for silvering, the process requires an ISO 7 clean room to keep airborne debris away. At this stage, a 5 micrometer speck of dust causes a visible defect, and a 10 micrometer fingerprint entirely blocks the silver from bonding. The cleaning sequence is highly methodical. A solvent wash first dissolves organic oils and grease. This is followed by a nitric acid wash to strip away metallic residue. Systems then rinse the sheets with pure distilled water, ensuring no mineral deposits remain. For specialized applications, a cerium oxide slurry polishes the glass to a smooth finish. This intensive wash cycle prepares the glass on a chemical level, creating a pristine surface where the reflective metal can lock directly onto the glass molecules. While the glass is now physically clean, it is not yet chemically ready to receive the metal. Untreated glass is naturally resistant to silver, meaning any attempt to coat it directly would result in a patchy, peeling mess. To bridge this gap, the production line introduces a chemical preparation step called sensitizing. As the glass sheets move down the conveyor, a specialized spray station coats the back surface with an aqueous solution of tin chloride. This liquid acts as an activation agent, depositing a microscopic layer of tin ions across the glass. The tin does not add reflectivity itself. Instead, it alters the surface chemistry, creating millions of receptive anchor points. This invisible primer layer ensures that when the silver liquid is applied, the metal atoms will bond instantly and spread out with absolute uniformity, locking tightly to the glass. Immediately after the tin chloride wash, the moving glass passes under a dual-nozzle spray system. This station simultaneously dispenses an ammoniacal silver nitrate solution and a chemical reducing agent, typically glucose. When these two liquid streams mix on the sensitized surface, they trigger a rapid chemical reduction reaction at a controlled temperature between 20 and 30 degrees Celsius. The tin ions previously anchored to the glass act as chemical initiators, attracting the freshly liberated silver atoms. Within seconds, these atoms bond to the glass, precipitating out of the liquid to form a continuous, solid metallic film. This is the precise moment the transparent glass becomes a highly reflective mirror. The automated spray nozzles must deliver the chemicals with absolute precision, ensuring the silver layer grows evenly across the entire surface. Even a slight variation in spray pressure can cause localized thickness changes, resulting in visual distortions. The production line monitors the bath to maintain a basic pH of 10 to 11, which stabilizes the reaction rate. As the reaction finishes, the silver film reaches a thickness of 50 to 100 nanometers. At this sub-microscopic scale, the layer is thick enough to reflect more than 95% of visible light, yet thin enough to remain flat. A final water rinse immediately halts the chemical reaction, washing away the spent solution and leaving only the pure, metallic silver behind. Left unprotected, this fresh layer of silver is highly vulnerable. Exposure to ambient air, moisture, and atmospheric sulfur would rapidly oxidize and tarnish the metal, ruining the reflection. To halt this degradation, the production line immediately deposits a thin copper layer, measuring 5 to 10 micrometers thick, directly over the silver. This copper barrier acts as a shield, intercepting corrosive elements before they can reach the reflective layer. But the metal stack remains highly susceptible to physical scratches and moisture. To complete the protective system, the glass enters a dust-free paint booth, where automated spray nozzles apply a two-coat backing system. First, an epoxy-based primer seals the copper to ensure strong chemical adhesion. Next, a protective polyurethane or acrylic top coat is sprayed over the primer. The sheets then pass through convection ovens heated to between 60 and 80 degrees Celsius, curing the paint into a tough, moisture-resistant skin in 10 to 15 minutes. This multi-layered protective stack permanently seals the metals, turning a delicate chemical film into a durable household product. The physics of a finished mirror depend entirely on a precise optical pathway. When looking at a reflection, the observer is not seeing the front glass surface. Instead, incoming light waves travel directly through the transparent soda-lime glass, which has a refractive index of 1.52. The light passes completely through this glass substrate until it strikes the boundary of the nanometer-thin silver layer on the back. This metallic silver layer acts as the actual reflector, bouncing 95% of the light back through the glass and out to the viewer. Because the light must complete this double journey through the glass, any microscopic wave or impurity would warp the light path, distorting the final image. In a modern factory, these individual steps do not occur in isolation. Instead, the entire sequence operates as a single, fully automated, continuous production line. Heavy sheets of glass ride along a synchronized system of motorized rollers, traveling at steady speeds of 30 to 40 meters per minute. The glass never stops moving. It glides smoothly from the washing station, through the chemical spray booths, under the metal deposition rigs, and directly into the paint curing ovens. This unbroken flow is essential for scale, producing thousands of square meters of glass every day. By treating the entire factory floor as one integrated machine, the system maintains perfect physical and chemical consistency across every single panel, long before the finished sheets ever reach the final inspection zone. At the end of the line, the newly coated panels enter the automated inspection zone. High-resolution line scan cameras with 5 micrometer resolution sweep across the moving glass, detecting microscopic pinholes, streaks, or tiny thickness variations. Simultaneously, laser profilometers map the surface topography to verify absolute flatness. This digital gatekeeper cross-references every millimeter against strict ASTM standards, flagging any blemish or optical distortion. Panels that fail this rigorous scanning are instantly diverted for metal recovery and glass recycling. Only the flawless sheets proceed to the final station, where a CNC diamond wheel cuts the massive panels into precise commercial sizes. The clean, brilliant edges of these newly cut panes mark the end of the line. The ordinary sheet of float glass has completed its transformation, emerging as a perfect mirror. Every day, we look through glass to see ourselves, relying on a nanometer thin layer of perfect chemistry. The next time you catch your reflection, remember the silent industrial precision required to bounce that light back. What household object should we demystify next? Let us know below.